come closer and allow me, if you will, to tell a story. I am Mr. Mixer, and I am the guru of all things KitchenAid mixer. And as you can tell, I collect them. I repair them. By the thousands, might I add. People send me these things from all over the US. And I also upgrade them. I've invented several products to improve the function and fix some of the issues that they face. And I am recognized worldwide as the one-stop shop for anything you need for your KitchenAid mixer. I may own a big shop now, and have over a dozen employees. But I come from very humble beginnings, and humble I will stay. Let me tell you my story. I used to be a paramedic. I drove an ambulance, and I helped people on their worst days. I've always had an urge to help people and serve my community. But that lifestyle was rough, and I have seen unimaginable, terrible things. Now, paramedics, they do not get paid very well, and I was always looking for a way to make some extra money on the side. So I started doing some buy-sell trade. And one day I happened upon a yard sale, where I found a baby poop green mixer similar to this guy right here. Now, this mixer, it had a price tag of $20, and I was like, yes, that's a great deal. And the seller swore up and down that it works. It didn't. So out of spite, I said, you know what? I'm gonna fix this thing. And I did. And upon trying to fix it, I found out there was really no great instructions, there was no tutorials, there was really no resources whatsoever. But with a little trial and error, and by the sweat of my brow, I repaired it. And I sold that mixer, and then I used that to buy 2 more broken machines. And I did that for a while. I was fixing them and selling them, fixing them and selling them. And eventually I said, you know what? If there's people selling broken machines, there has to be people out there that just have them sitting around wanting them to be repaired. And so my journey began, and I started offering my services. Now, it was very slow at first. I'm talking like maybe 1 a month. Now, one of the first mixers that I repaired for someone, it was a gift that she had got from her late husband for one of their wedding anniversaries. Now, he passed away. She used the machine. She broke it. She was absolutely gutted. She thought that that connection to her husband was just severed, a piece that she would never get back. Now, when I got this machine back to her in running condition, she was literally in tears. And it was right then I knew, this is more than just fixing machines. I can effectively change people's lives. I can help people. Now, these mixers, they become very sentimental, right? They last a long time. I've worked on 4th generation machines, right? Machines that are passed down from great-grandma to mom to daughter. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that a lot of memories are made in the kitchen. Everybody has memories being in the kitchen with grandma making cookies. And when these literal family heirlooms break, again, it's just like a connection has been severed between that person and their grandma or their mom or whatever. Just a piece that they just aren't able to get back, but I'm able to give it back to them. Very meaningful, very humbling. So I continued on my repair journey. And in 2020, I decided, you know what? I'm going to make some videos. I'm going to teach some people how to fix some stuff. And one of the first videos that I put out got over 1 million views, 30,000 followers overnight. And right then I knew I started developing a plan because I said, this could be big. I could help a lot of people. And since then we've helped tens of thousands of people. And business started to pick up a little bit. I started a website. I started offering people tutorials and all of the supplies to help them repair their machines. And then for the non-DIY people, I started a service to where they could mail in their mixer to me and I would fix it for them and get it back to them. Now, I started all of this on my kitchen counter. Then I moved down to a little utility room in my basement, little 10 by 10 room. There was a sump pump, there was a water heater, there was a furnace in there. It was tiny, it was uncomfortable, and the space just didn't hold me for very long. So I started moving west with a little bit of Mixer Fest destiny, and I landed in the garage. And I was in there for a little while, but then disaster struck. And it struck in the form of a tornado. My house used to be right here. But the universe and Mother Nature got together, Wonder Twin Powers activate in the form of destroying Mr. Mixer's house. And let me tell you, this was tough. I had a 2-week-old baby. Now, we bounced around from place to place for a while, ended up finding another house. And I operated out of that garage for a while until we outgrew it. Then we ended up in our first commercial space that you see here, but after a few years, we quickly outgrew that as well. Stick with me, I know this is long-winded, but we're fitting over 5 years into less than 5 minutes. Which led us to our new shop right here, which ultimately is not enough space, which sucks because we just got in there in February. It did, however, allow us to add a lot more employees, which is great. But we knew for the future we need to be proactive, so we got this building right here as well. And I also struck a deal to get this entire parking lot right here, right next to the building. And we really needed this for our next big venture, which is powder coating. It's not ready quite yet. We're hoping for like 90 days, but we're very close. And with all this space, we'll be able to add on as needed. Incredibly excited to get this powder coating off the ground. We'll be able to do crazy custom stuff like this machine here, or even this machine over here. And that is the Mr. Mixer story. That is how it came to be. It has brought a ton of meaning to my life. It's allowed me to support not only my family, but families of 15 other employees, as well as help tons and tons of people like you. And this may have seemed like the whole story, but I promise you, it's just the start.